As a certified mortgage advisor, I have firsthand confirmation that the marital home often becomes a focal point of discussion when you're going through a divorce process. I have two words for you: equitable distribution and financial settlement. Let me be transparent. I truly hope that you and your spouse never need the information I'm going to highlight during this special episode 191 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast. It is called Divorce and the Marital Home. First, before I start sharing, I have to make those legal folks happy. So, I am Kevin Martini, and I am a certified mortgage advisor and producing branch manager, NMLS 143962, with the Martini Mortgage Group at Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group Corporation, NMLS 3446, equal housing lender. The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series does not constitute legal or other professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Now, this micro podcast episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast is going to focus on, first, 3 steps to take when you're embarking on the divorce process as it relates to the marital home. And then we're going to shift quickly into exploring 3 options for your marital home during divorce. And then I'm going to end with my 5 Kevin Martini tips to have top of mind when going through a divorce. So let's start the first 3 steps to take when embarking on the divorce process as it relates to the marital home. And the question you need to find out the answer to is, how much equity do you have? The first financial implication of divorce extend beyond the immediate concerns. It's often intertwined with the marital home's value, its outstanding mortgage, and the equity held there within. Here is a simplified pathway to understand these aspects. Now, step 1, you need to determine your marital home's worth. Listen, there are many websites that can share the estimated value of your marital home. Now, these websites can share if the market is hot or if the market is warm. They cannot accurately predict what the actual temperature is. With that said, I have invested in a proprietary algorithm that includes foot traffic and showing within a neighborhood to give the most accurate opinion of value. Now, you can access this tool for free by going to www.martinimortgagegroup.com and scrolling to the What's Your Home Worth tool. Of course, the tool is free and no registration is required, so your anonymity is protected. But it will give you the most accurate snapshot of what your marital home is worth. And again, just go to www.martinimortgagegroup.com and scroll to What's Your Home's Worth for that free, valuable tool. Now that you know what your home is worth, you need to calculate what you owe. And so what you need to do is get the most recent mortgage statement. And if there's a second mortgage or an equity line of credit, you need to get the most recent second mortgage and home equity line of credit statements. Just simply add those balances up, and that is how much you owe. Now it's time for the third and final step, evaluating your home's equity. This is super simple. You take the home value and subtract what you own, and poof, that's the equity. This equity represents the gross funds you receive if the marital home was to be sold. However, there will be likely costs to sell that home, and that amount will be deducted from that gross amount. Now you know your equity. Now it's time to explore your options. Now, basically, there are only 3 options. Sell the marital home, one spouse retains the marital home, or both spouses retain ownership of the marital home. Let me start with selling of the marital home during the divorce process. Sure, it's a straightforward yet emotionally challenging decision. Engaging a real estate professional with expertise in the local market can facilitate a smooth sale, ensuring you get top dollar for your home. The proceeds from the sale, after covering the mortgage and associated costs, are typically divided as per the court's equitable distribution. An alternative to selling the marital home is when one spouse retains the home and buys out the other spouse. If one spouse wishes to continue residing in the marital home and can afford the mortgage payments, a buyout of the other spouse is a very viable option. This scenario often involves refinancing the marital home and will also mean new terms such as new rate and new length of loan. Oh, by the way, the Martini Mortgage Group, we specialize in facilitating such refinances to ensure a seamless transaction, and we can do these transactions turbo fast to help families going through divorce and get on with their new chapter in life. The third and final option is joint ownership. Now, in some rare cases, this works out either by you both residing together in the marital home or renting it out. This arrangement requires a very high level of cooperation and a clear understanding of the financial responsibilities involved. Now, based on my experience as a certified mortgage advisor, retaining joint ownership requires massive cooperation by both spouses. Finally, let me share the 5 additional Kevin Martini tips to keep in mind. Number 1, maintain your mortgage payments. Continue to make your mortgage payments to safeguard your credit score and prevent foreclosure, irrespective of your residence status in the marital home. Just keep making those payments, folks. Number 2, open communication. Engage in an open discussion regarding the future of the marital home and mortgage. Reaching a mutual agreement can significantly reduce legal expenses and time. Number 3, preparation for every possible scenario. Be prepared for all potential outcomes, including selling the marital home or a buyout of your spouse's share. Number 4, document. Have all the necessary financial documents ready to empower your attorney in advocating your interest effectively. And finally, number 5, impeccable record keeping. Maintain meticulous records of all expenditures associated with the marital home to ensure a fair settlement during the divorce proceedings. Now, let me close this micro episode out with sharing the journey through divorce extends beyond emotional turmoil. It's a significant impact on your financial landscape. At the Martini Mortgage Group, we are dedicated to assisting you in exploring your housing possibilities during this transitional phase. For more information and questions you have about what happens to your marital home during a divorce, I am here. And consider this an open invitation for a complimentary financial transition plan, marking the first step towards making an informed decision amidst this challenging time. Thank you for tuning in, and please share this episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast with someone you care about that may benefit from it.